Yo, what's going on guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Bertrude, and for this video we're using a build that just wants to make the world cold. This is the Frost Queen. She's a level 60 build. We've got 35 vigor, 19 strength, 18 dex and then 30 intelligence. We're using the intelligence knot so we can use all of our spells and weapons, and we're using the magic tier to boost our magic attacks. And here's a quick look at the armour and talismans we're using on the build. We've got 3 main weapons on the build, including the Knight's Greatsword, and that's got Chilling Mist on it. Our second Greatsword on the build is the Claymore, and that's got the Glintstone Pebble equipped on it. And then our last Greatsword on the build is the Dark Moon Greatsword. We need to use our flask so we can use the weapon with the extra intelligence, and then that gives us access to the Ash of War and that lovely projectile R2. Finally, in our second weapon slot we'll always be using the Claimant's Harpoon, and that's got the Ice Spear equipped on it too. We've got some spells on the build. These include the Swift Glintstone Shard, the Freezing Mist, the Glintstone Ice Crag, and then finally there's a more Ice Storm. And that's the build guys. It's a really fun one, great playstyle, great character. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like the content, but it's time for you lot to relax and enjoy the video. The Frost Queen. Bow down at her feet. You are in the presence of greatness. You are in the presence of royalty. You are in the presence of a queen. This first invasion is a one-on-one, and this guy should be bowing down at my feet because I am a queen. I am the Frost Queen, and I'm going to make you super cold. We're starting things off with this nice little one-on-one against this guy who's using the Death's Poker, is it? The Death's Poker, I believe. I believe that's what that greatsword's called, the Death's Poker, and he's got a bit of Frostbite build up on that as well, so it was a bit of a battle of the frost. But we came out on top because we are the Frost Queen, and I made things a lot colder than he did. And that's why we won the invasion. Good one to start things off, nice little one-on-one. Nice little warm up for the video. And now we've got Nacho Nick in the capital. We've spawned into Nacho Nick. Nick loves nachos. Nick is just a nacho enthusiast, but I'm a cold enthusiast. And I'm going to freeze your nachos, and they're not going to be edible because they're going to be too cold. They're going to be like eating. It's going to be like eating an ice cube. You're not going to be eating like nachos anymore. You're going to be eating frozen nachos because I'm going to make your nachos a little bit too cold for consumption, my friend. Just bow down at my feet. I'm a queen. Show me the respect I deserve. This summon's coming at me all up in me with he's got a katana, and he's got Freezing Mist on his katana as well. So again, someone's thinking they can out-cold the Cold Queen, but it's just not going to happen. Swift Glintstone Shard there just finished him off. Really useful to have that on the build. Nice little way to kill people when they're at low health. And Nacho Nick's ran off. Look at this, he's run off and he's just ran into the boys, hasn't he? Look at this. He just ran into a whole world of trouble. Well done, lads. Well done. Good job. Go and get a coffee now. I'll see you all later. Nacho Nick just ran into a world of trouble with them three. He ran into the mobster squad of the capital. Oh, look at this. Royal Jenum there, the summon. I'm royalty as well. You're royal and I'm royal. I'm the Frost Queen, so I'm royalty. But you know, I think I definitely outrank you. I definitely outrank you in the royal status. You know what I mean? You're not a queen. I'm a queen. And I thought you was dead though. I thought you was dead. I ran at you with the Claimant's Harpoon. And what is your health? What is your health? You must have like 1 health. How lucky are you? How lucky are you? How are you alive? How are you alive, Royal Jenum? Obviously your royal status is giving you a bit of extra HP when you need it. This was a funny little invasion in this little cave. I'm just throwing all my cold everywhere. I'm just trying to make this cave like super cold. I'm going to give him all a bit of hypothermia. This guy's got a big pot on his head, and I've just froze it. I've just made it too cold. I just made it so cold in this cave that he just couldn't take it. Royal Jenum survived though, because Royal Jenum, royalty always prevails. The Frost Queen will always look after her fellow royals. and I just let him live. I just let him live because he's a royal. And again, we've got someone with a Hoarfrost Stomp here. Everyone's got the Frost today. Everyone's trying to outfrost the Frost Queen. They knew I was in town. They knew I was about invading. So they was like, I'm going to try and get the Frost and get, they're just trying to win me over. They're just trying to win me over. They all want to take my hand and become the Frost King. But none of them are worthy. None of them have got the Frost to live up to my Frost. I'm making it too cold. I've got the Darkmoon Greatsword on this invasion. And it's just an awesome weapon. Look at this, there's a blue. There's a blue and he decides to wake up at last. And how are you not dead? How are you not dead, Blue? What are you doing? How did you survive? Why are you rolling into a wall? I don't understand, but now you're dead. I'm going to drink you. I need a refill. Thanks for the flask. Thanks for the flask delivery, Mr. Blue. Look at this summon as well using the Devourer's Scepter. Absolute Chad. Big respect, my dude. Big respect using the Devourer's Scepter. But you just got absolutely blasted. I sparked that blue laser beam up. I'm sparking it up again now. Sparking it up, getting it ready for you. Just going to bring all that damage. One shot, watch this. Ah, get absolutely froze. Just get froze. I'm just going to give you a little bit of hypothermia. You're not wearing enough clothes to deal with the cold temperatures that I'm going to be bringing to these invasions. He just didn't have the right attire on, guys. He was too loosely wrapped. Do you know what I mean? He was exposing too much flesh. When I'm running around making it all cold like I'm doing, you got to have the layers on. You've got to be prepared. You know what I mean? Bert Grylls wouldn't go out into the Antarctic exploring just wearing a few cloths around his midriff, would he? Do you know what I mean? You've got to be prepared when you're facing the Frost Queen. So I'm back in the capital and I've got this duo I'm dealing with. And in this one, I've got the Knight's Greatsword. So you've probably noticed that this is a build of Greatswords. It's a Frost build. It's a cold specialist. As I've said, I'm just bringing the cold. I'm bringing the pain and I'm bringing the cold. But I'm bringing the cold with Greatswords. I've got the Claimant's Harpoon in the second weapon slot. But that's the only weapon on the build that isn't a Greatsword. I really did fancy just kind of specialising this build with 3 different Greatswords, but it's pretty cool because although the 3 Greatswords, the 3 very different styles of Greatsword. The Knight's Greatsword's got Chill and Mist on it and it's got that unique moveset. The Claymore is a Greatsword that's got the Glintstone Pebble on it, but that's also got its own kind of moveset. It's got a unique thrust in R2. And then we've got the Darkmoon Greatsword. Obviously, that's more of a very kind of unique weapon, and that's got that awesome Ash of War on it. Spark it up and you've got the projectile R2. So 3 Greatswords, but 3 very different styles of Greatswords, 3 different playstyles. Why did I just shoot Ice Spear into that tree stump? I'm just trying to make the trees cold, guys. I'm trying to make the trees extra cold. I managed to kill the summon on this one. Now it's just me and the host, and this was a pretty satisfying win. You can see I've got the Claymore, I've got that Glintstone Pebble. I knew he was waiting for me around the corner. I just don't know why I didn't roll though. I'm a bit of a Schmeagle. I just give him a free hit, but that's alright. I didn't take too much damage, and now he's in a really small room with the Frost Queen. The Frost Queen's got him in this small room, and I can just make it extra cold. Some more Ice Storm. Glintstone Pebble for the win. Look at that. That was a lovely win. That was a lovely invasion, and that guy actually was pretty cool. He messaged me after that, the host. And he was like, that was a really good fight. GG's. So I said GG's back, and I said, maybe I'll invite you to court one day and you can come and dine with the Queen. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know if I freaked him out a little bit, to be fair. But look at this. Look at this. I've got the Godkin Duo. I've invaded the Godkin Duo in the capital. I'm a bit confused. I thought these two were in Barra Missoula. But they've obviously come out on the travels. They've come out. They've come out for the day. They fancied a day out, so they've come over to capital. But they're not very sociable, are they? Do you know what I mean? They've come over to capital and they're just trying to kill everyone who they see. But you can't blame them, I suppose, when I'm running at them with a big greatsword trying to make them extra cold. The Godkin Duo here. What a cool invasion this is. I've got a thin one and I've got a fat one, and I've got the thin one really low health here. But he gets away with a smidge of health. His big boy his big boy friend came in for helping the big one. I forget which they're both called, to be honest with you. One's the Godskin Noble, and then what's the other one? God knows. I forget. I've got a memory like goldfish me. I've got the worst memory ever. I forget what they're both called, but together they are the Godkin Duo. And this is a really, really cool invasion. What an awesome cosplay. I have seen people invading you know, the Godkin Duo before. It's not the first time I've seen people cosplaying like this, but it's the first time I've invaded them. So, you know, it's pretty cool. I like it. Very cool. And they're doing a really good job. They're using all the same moves as the Godkin Duo moves. Look at this. They're just spamming me with those projectile incantations, the black flame. And it really is like the boss fight, only a bit, you know, downsized. I think they're a bit bigger than this, aren't they, when you actually fight them properly in the Faramazula. Oh, but look at that, I've killed the skinny one. Come on, I've killed the skinny one. Now it's just me and the big boy. Obviously the big boy is the host. Managed to kill the first one. This actually went on for quite a while, this invasion. Quite a long invasion. I was real pleased when I managed to kill the skinny one. Now I've got the big boy here. And I was getting pretty excited. I thought, kill this guy, and that is an awesome win. Ice Spear, good bit of damage, keep the pressure on him, but he backs up. I thought he was going to try and re-summon his skinny mate, actually. I think he is trying to, but he never managed to quite find his sign, or he didn't get time to activate it. Whatever the case is, it didn't manage to get him back in. I was feeling pretty confident at this point though. I thought he was out of heals there, but he managed to get a heal back, which I was pretty gutted about. Just missing with the Ice Spear. Unfortunate, really, that would have done some good damage. It gets me with a big thrust, one follow-up normal attack, and he manages to kill me. Absolutely gutted. But what a good invasion that was. And now you can see he's just summoning his friend back in, so he was obviously like looking for him, but he just didn't manage to get him in while I was fighting him. But what an awesome invasion. No problems at all with losing that one. That was the best invasion I've had all week. That was so much fun. The Godkin Duo in the capital. Oh, look at this. The host is climbing up this ladder. There's only one thing to do here. Get you some more Ice Storm out. Make it nice and chilly, Mrs. Queen. There you go, nice and chilly. Oh, don't try and do the Ash of War when you've not sparked it up. That's a bit silly. But look at them panicking. Go down. Go, go, go. Look at them. Go, 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 go. Oh, that made me laugh at the time. But I thought, I'm not going to chase you. I'm not going to chase you down there. I'm just going to stay at the top here and see what you do. I thought, I wonder how long it takes for them to do something stupid. And honestly, it only took about 2 minutes, and then they decided to come back up for some reason. You know, they obviously didn't have the patience, so this guy gets what he deserves. Why? Just you know, hang fire a couple more minutes and I'd have come down to you. I was just seeing how patient you were. Obviously not patient enough. And look at this. The Falling Star Beast was watching the whole thing and he was absolutely outraged at me. He thought, I'm not going to stand for that nonsense. You're going off the cliff as well. Watch this mage, guys. Ready? Comet! 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 Oh, I'm out of FP. I'm out of FP. Get him. Look at this. Typical mage. No brains, no vigour. And then watch the host. Absolutely disgraceful. Go home. Just go home. Get in the bin. Why do that? Just fight me. Just fight me. I don't care if you've never PvP'd in your life. Don't do that. Just have a fight and have a little practice. That's just pathetic behaviour. Not worthy of fighting royalty. Not worthy of fighting the Frost Queen. Anyway, on to the next invasion here in Castle Sol. And I actually got a good spawn for once. I spawned above these two. And I got a nice couple of glintstone ice crags on the horse there. The summon just obviously mustn't have any heals left because he runs at me with like 1 HP, 2 HP, something like that. Nice little swift glintstone shard to finish him off. And I've got the host. And these two are both wearing that horrible silver mask. Has anyone ever made that mask look good? Because I've not seen it yet. It's got to be the ugliest mask in the game. These two obviously want the arcane, the extra arcane, but I just wouldn't wear it. It's not worth the extra arcane to look so ugly. The rivers, guys, it's all for the rivers. The rivers mean a lot to these people, do you know what I mean? It's like a cult, isn't it? It's like the Rivers of Blood cult. I know I do use the rivers on one of my builds, but I don't know. People like this just make me ashamed to even use it at all. Nah, I'm only joking, guys. I'm only joking. There's nothing wrong with rivers. I actually don't mind rivers of blood too much these days. I don't think it's too bad compared to some of the other things in the game. But there we go. We managed to kill the host. Not a bad invasion, really. Look at that. A couple of ashes of war for him just because he was spamming the river so much. So I spam back at him when he's dead. And this is the last invasion of the video, guys. This is a nice kill on this summon. But look at the host, man. Look at the host. Talk about lag. I know I never complain about lag. I always say I don't know why people get so kind of like angry about people with bad internet. But this is a bit of a joke, innit? I feel like I'm watching him in like from a different dimension or something. I did find it quite amusing actually. Look at him, he's all over the place. Anyway guys, I'm going to let this one finish. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Look after yourselves, look after each other. Take it easy and I'll see you all on the next video.